I keep being like, oh, I'll explain about it later, and then I never do, so I'm going to explain it now, because it will soon be, like, Operation Day. Morning vlog. Wasn't the zoo fun? Today we're in IKEA. Apparently they have technical issues with the tills, so I'm with a sister. She is stood right there, and I'm sat on a sofa. Life's good, but we're hungry, and the tills aren't working, so life's delayed. We having lunch. So, just got back from IKEA with my sister, and I'm going to show Mum what I bought, and I'm going to show you what I bought as well, because I didn't vlog tour, so go around IKEA. So, firstly, can you appreciate my cousin just sent me this? How cute is this? Look, it recognises one of our faces, Mum.
That's it, isn't it?
I got a cute little teddy bear, it's so soft.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so, thank you, cousin. Now, I will show you what I bought. So, this is an over door hanger. So I'm going to put that in the bathroom. I'm going to have my towels on there and my dressing gown.
Could I have here?
Yeah. This, obviously, it's a scrubber, but it's one of those ones that you load washing up liquid into. Push that press button and it goes straight into the bristles. Kitchen utensil set, which I thought was very good value. So you've got a spatula, one of those weird like sort of squared off spoons, a ladle, a slotted spoon and tongs. I bought two of these, one for like my bathroom, my shower, and this one because Mum, do you remember why and who used this on holiday when we were in Scotland? I got a wok because a wok is just invaluable. You can use it for all sorts of cooking, and I like to cook, and I'll be cooking in Birmingham. And then I got myself a washing basket, and also I got a duvet. The duvet was only £8 and it was really good. I've got a normal duvet already, well we've got one, but this is a lighter one for summer, so yeah. Some Ovaltine, because I love Ovaltine. I think I'm the only person from my generation who knows what that is. You should go and look it up. I got cinnamon bun, Eliza. I'm going to start weighing out ingredients for the celebration thing that I'm making for my sister, because we have a little party on Saturday. And I said I'd bake her a birthday cake, because obviously she's vegan. And I do have like a standard birthday cake that I make, but I said, what do you want? She said, a brownie. And then she said, just anything. So today we were at lunch, I asked her about flavours and if there's anything that she doesn't like, and anything she does like. What I am making, I'll just show you what it looks like. Amazing, amazing is what it looks like. So I am just going to measure out the dry ingredients now for that, so I can start baking it tomorrow. If I weigh them out now, then it won't be as much work when I come to actually do it, so I can get it done now and do the rest another time. There's no need to do it all in one go when I can pace myself, so that's what I'm going to do. I finished doing the ingredients. Ooh, reflective glasses. Blah. So, yesterday I was using my crutch, and I've used it a few times, and I keep being like, oh, I'll explain about it later, and then I never do, so I'm going to explain it now, because it will soon be, like, Operation Day. Yay! So, basically, I've had a problem with my right ankle for years, and I mean years, and it started when I started doing point, because I used to dance. Initially, I thought I'd sprained it, because I am very prone to spraining my ankles and knees and wrists, and one time I even sprained my elbow. Sometimes I'm just walking and my ankle just gives way and I sprain it, and I thought dancing was fine, probably sprained it. Was using a tuber grip, wasn't getting better. Went to the doctors, they said it was tendonitis of the Achilles tendon, so I was really upset about that because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to stop dancing. I had some physio on it, seemed to help. During that time I'd stopped doing point work, and then I was on like an open appointment, and then over summer I wasn't dancing. I think we only get like 3 weeks off in summer, but that along with the physio was enough for it to go away. And then my open appointment ended on the 20th of September. We'd been back at dancing for 3 weeks and it started to hurt again. At this point I hadn't clocked that it was because of my doing point. And I had to get another referral for physio, and they said they didn't want to see me so close to my last referral, even though my open appointment had just run out. Got a re-referral eventually, tried some more physio, started using like tension bands and TheraBands, got discharged, was alright for a while, and at this point they were saying it was posterior ankle impingement, so bits of my soft tissue were getting like pinched off when my foot pointed, which was basically like a lot when I was doing ballet and modern and point, and somewhat in tap as well, so a lot of dancing, and at that time I was doing a lot of dancing. Fast forward, I was having a lot of pain with it, lots of discomfort. I couldn't walk on it, so I went to A&E and they did an x-ray and they said you've got an Os Trigonum, which is an extra bone that I already knew my sister had, and they said that the Os Trigonum can cause posterior ankle impingement. And basically everyone's born with somewhere around 260 bones, and in the first few weeks and months of life they fuse and you end up with 206. Sometimes there's a condition where you can grow an extra bit of bone in your wrist and you can keep having it removed. Sometimes you take it out, it's gone. This is completely different. This is a bone that's there at birth and it just doesn't fuse right. And it's like 1 in 10. Prevalence is 1 in 10 people still have these Os Trigonums, and it's usually more commonly found in footballers and people who do ballet because of the way that your foot is manoeuvred. So that was causing impingement, and they said that they could do more physio. So we did some more physio, and then maybe I did physio before then, I can't remember. And I used K-tape, which is good, and that was to sort of stop my joint from, I have like very mobile joints, and they said that the K-tape could help stabilise my ankle so that at least I didn't go over on it, and it was, she described it as it's pulling the joint over because I've got flat feet as well. So after that anyway I got a referral to a consultant, I don't know, at the hospital, and had some steroid injections into the ankle because I had an MRI at that point as well. They said there was some inflammation inside the joint, at the front of the joint, but not so much at the back. So I had some steroid injections into the ankle, which were, oh my god, so painful. The first one seemed to help, but then I had a fall, and my GP thought that I'd broken a bone in my foot because I was in such bad pain. I hadn't, which was good. So I talked to my consultant about it when I next saw him, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks later. He said, how did it go? And I was like, it reduced the pain for a while, and then I had this fall, and then the rest of my joint on my foot was hurting. And he said, okay, that basically because I've been having these problems for so long, the swelling could probably have been there for a long time. So my joint was like undercompensating for the swelling that was keeping my ankle sort of taut. And then when the swelling went down after the steroid shots, wobbly wobbly, folly folly, and I've had a number of that specific sort of kind of fall since then, and they always leave me with nasty symptoms for a little while after. But I had another 2 rounds of the steroid shots with my consultant, and then I was referred to physio through his team, which was also at the hospital, and he was trying to change like how I carried myself on my feet and stuff, and how I distributed my weight on my feet. He said that he would refer me to orthotics because I can take these off, I'm not reading right now, sorry, because basically the way that I was standing and stuff, like I said, I'm flat-footed. He said that if my ankle was actually in the right position, if I had a heel arch, then it might prevent the falls a bit more. So he did that referral, and that was in July 2015, and my brother died in 2015 July, and so when the referral never came through, I never really followed it up. It had been alright after I left dancing, which was, I think, Feb time 2015, because we had a show in 2015, and then Josh kept getting ill, and I just said to my dance teacher, like, it's just putting it in perspective, that I need to be spending time with my family right now. I mean, I wasn't spending that much time at dance anyway, but I think it was just one more thing for me to worry about, where I would be going to drama school in September anyway. So it was alright over summer and stuff, and then when I went to drama school, when we were doing dance, and a lot of the work that we were doing anyway, obviously it's very physical, I was doing acting, and I was getting the pains again. And then when I was in hospital last year, I was getting a lot of pain in my ankle, again to the point where I was like non-weight bearing for days at a time, which was horrible. And then I was on 60 milligrams of codeine up to 3 times a day because of how much pain I was in. So after that, I was sort of like, I really hope that this orthotics referral comes through, because this is really, really interfering with what I'm trying to do. January this year, I was thinking, like, I've still not had this referral through. So I chased it up, and they said that the referral had never been done to orthotics. So they said to just go to GP, get a re-referral to your doctor, my consultant, and so I did, and I saw him May. So I saw him May, and we sort of discussed the options. At this point, I'd had 6 bouts of physio, including with his physio, steroid shots into the ankle. I've got some really good ankle braces. They're probably the best support that I've tried. I've done K-tape, strengthening exercises, TheraBand, manual loosening of the joint, all sorts, and it still hadn't provided me long-term relief. He said that he could do some more steroid shots, but it's not a good idea to continue with them. Oh, they lose like efficacy if you use them more often, just like with any painkiller and every medicine anyway. And he said the orthotic support probably wouldn't help that much anyway, because it's not necessarily to do with the physiology of my foot. So he said that the last option was either leave it and put up with it, or have an operation. And he said that actually on the MRI, looking at it from 2014, there wasn't that much bone on the Os Trigonum, and he said usually when it's causing a problem you see quite a large and pronounced one, but mine was relatively small. It is relatively small, and he said it doesn't look like the size of the bone could cause proportionately the amount of pain that I'm in. So he said that they could take it out and it could improve matters. And he also said that it's like a 1 in 10, 1 in 20 that they find something when they go into the ankle that they can't see on a scan. And I think that makes sense, because if you take a black and white picture of this kitchen and then you actually compare that to coming into the kitchen, you can see things that you didn't see on the picture. And obviously MRIs are very sophisticated and everything, but whatever. So I'm having an arthroscopy, anterior arthroscopy of the ankle, next week, next Friday. And I was just doing some reading, which is why I had my reading glasses on. So I thought I would just give you a little rundown of what's happening. So I've got several leaflets. I've got the arthroscopy of the ankle leaflet. I've got my when your surgery is leaflet, which I'm not going to show you because it's got all my personal details on. I've got a general anaesthetic information because I'm probably having general anaesthetic. And then another one with like risks, procedures, do's and don'ts. Spinal anaesthetic one because he initially suggested I have a spinal anaesthesia, but when I had my pre-op, the nurse was like, I wouldn't want to have that done under a spinal, and I've not got the problems that you've got, as in mental health problems and grief and everything. And then also just post-surgery risks of reducing your risk of developing a blood clot, always handy. And what's this bad boy? I think this is pain management. Yes, pain relief after surgery. So I've got to arrive really early in the morning next Friday. But that's alright. I'll probably sleep whilst I'm waiting. I'm taking you, the camera, with me. I don't think I'm going to be able to record on the ward, but I could ask, or I might just pull the curtain around and quietly vlog, because I'm not allowed anyone to stay with me, because it's a day case surgery, so I'll only be in for the day. I won't be overnight unless there's like a complication from the anaesthetic. Touch wood, won't be, fine. And yeah. They said usually within 4 hours of having the surgery people are ready to go home. And then I've heard so many different things from different people and online resources and these resources of whether it'll be like, you know, 10 days off your feet or 2 days off your feet or 4 weeks on crutches or 6 months on crutches. So I'm just going to go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens, okay? I'm sorry, that was a really long ramble. I'm not sure how long it was. Oh boy, so the raw footage there is 14 minutes, so I'm going to crop that down. But, I guess I should end this vlog. I'm going to end it with a thankful thought. I'm thankful today to have an amazing, fun sister who I got to spend the whole day with. I'm thankful for that. That is my thankful thought of the day. I hope you found something to be thankful for today. I'll see you tomorrow.